tunaikamia tu most bana. I'm Kenyan, so you know I'm a marathon runner.
Welcome guys to my YouTube channel. This is Koshainsight. Today I'm inviting my dad to share his career journey. And are you excited to be here?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
After a time, and of course, such an interview would be very interesting.
Okay, that is so nice. So I invited you today to share your career journey now that you worked for about 35 years or so. So you will share some light on your career, of course, and you will leave us with some advice, especially those who are starting our careers.
Good. Mr. Bartoji in the first place to name to give the popular name that has all along been used for that period. I started my primary school back in 1964 up to 1973. When I qualified to go to Form 1, and I was called to St. Patrick's E10 for a secondary school curriculum. I performed well also in the same school in 1977. Then I qualified for A-level. A-levels used to take about Division 1, Division 2, and a few of Division 3 with good combination. In St. Patrick's, I qualified with Division 1. So I was called to Njora High School, Nakuru, where I took a combination maths, physics, and chemistry. That would have led me to engineering courses, and that was my career target. At the end of the course, that is a 2-year course, 1978 and 1979. After the 2-year course, I obtained about 7 points, and that was not, the points were less to take me to an engineering course. So they called me to Kenyatta. That time they were calling it Kenyatta University College. So at that time, this was going to be a 3-year course at Kenyatta, and I did it. That was from 1980 to 1984. You can see there was an extra year. This was because of the coup in 1982.
The one for Moi?
Yeah, that was the president then was Moi. Rais Moi. The late Rais Moi. So that 1 year, all the universities were closed and the students sent home. So that was 1982. We came back in 1983, and we had missed 1 year. So yes, 83. Then it went to 84. So we graduated in 1984 at Nairobi University. We came to the field. And when we came to the field, we were posted straight after the university. We didn't tarmac. Posted to various secondary schools. I started with another one called Kamwetwin Secondary School as a graduate teacher. And I started off. And after some little while, that's about 1 year, I enjoyed the profession because it had plenty of your own time, and also, that is to say, plenty of free time, and of course the curriculum implementation.
This was the weekend, the holiday.
Yes, the April holiday,
August.
the August holiday, and the December holiday,
Yeah.
and weekends, Saturday, Sunday, especially if you are not assigned any duties in the school.
And you're not on duty.
Yeah. So it now made me take up that passion for agriculture. So these free times, I was doing the agricultural part of it. I was a farmer. So I can say in my life, two professions. One, a teaching profession, yes, and a farmer at the same time. So when we were coming out of the university, the lecturers were putting it as if it was, now you are the only learned person in the village.
The teacher now?
Yes, such that, you know, when you come to the field, there is plenty of opportunities to prosper, and had no profession, of course. So I did it for 2 years, doing the farming and at the same time doing the teaching.
At this time you were the graduate teacher?
Yes, this time I was graduate teacher 1, used to call it. And the problem was salary also. We thought we would start with good pay, but unfortunately when we came out, the science teachers were earning 100 shillings more than the arts teachers. The reason was there were so many arts teachers in the past, from the past. There were so many, so they were encouraging
the
science teachers so that, you know, the number would come up. So that is why there was that difference in 100 shillings. And 100 shillings that time was a lot of money. Although you could, you know, if you compare it with now, 100 shillings is no money.
No money.
But when we were getting it that time, it was making a difference. Because that 100 shillings could make you travel from Eldoret to Nairobi.
100 shillings?
Yes, and back.
And back?
And back. You see? So you see, it was, petrol was 1 shilling, and I think that 25 cents. I don't know. Bread was some cents, some 50 cents or too little. Although when I look at it, the little money we were earning, I used it myself as an individual to start building a house. with the little money that I was earning. And in about 3 years, at least I had a structure to go into.
Yeah, to call home.
To call her home. So that was back 1984. We came out of the university. We joined various high schools, and life started. Those who were so ambitious made it. Those who were waiting for the university, for the lecturers, that wonderful life, I'm sure didn't make it long. When we were coming out also, the university, the lecturers were talking of, they were saying within a period of about 3 or 4 years, all of you would be driving, and you will be an example in the village.
When did you drive?
15 years after joining the high school.
The high school.
15 years.
And the
But
lecturer said,
2 or 3 years. There was one time I applied for a loan with Teachers Service Commission. I wanted about 40,000 shillings to purchase a car. But the reply was, you are not qualified for car loan until you are in a bracket of a certain bracket of salary, which when I looked at it, I was to attain it after about 15 years. Then life became so hard. But me, I created my own happiness by doing extra activities like growing maize, growing wheat, and selling them. Within a very short time, I could buy things which a graduate would be in need of: shelter, food raising, of course, and the car now came after about 15 years, and other things. So I continued with the profession for about, I think, 7 years. Then I joined, in the first 2 years, I was made the deputy principal of that school.
You came directly from the graduate, 2 years later you're the deputy?
Yes.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Okay.
There were reasons, of course. You could not be just be appointed anyhow. The appointment was as a result of my hard work. Because normally, when you want to succeed in any of your undertakings, commit yourself to it seriously. And I think that is what I did until TSC got that information.